it's Cobra Wars. Next up, we have Dinbot Scorn. Another Age of Extinction figure. The second Dinobot I was able to find and pick up. He is a Spinosaurus. And again, because of their whole kids can't distinguish between gunmetal gray figures, we are going to paint Scorn red. So he is red. The card, again, has art of Scorn from the movie, or what he would appear like in the movie she's in the movie, because right now we're not 100% sure which Dinobots will actually be in the movie. Down here we have a picture of him in his robot mode. Let's see if I can get a better picture of that for you. There he is in his robot mode. There is the artwork of Scorn. Again, it says Transformers on the side of the package. More artwork showing Scorn. The back, again, like the cards, has a picture of his robot mode, picture of his dino mode, his bio. It says Scorn has the jaws of a dino and a personality of a tank. He's a rumble thundering warhammer on legs. Shows the other figures that come. You know, Stealth Bumblebee, why Bumblebee's in hiding, Crosshairs, and Dinobot Slug, which kind of disappointed they call him Slug instead of Slag, but apparently in England Slag's a bad term, so everybody is going to be calling him Slug. I like this fact right here. Grimlock changes in 18 steps, he changes in 19. Found that interesting. So there he is in package. Looks great in the package. So once I have him out, I'll be back and we can talk about the figure. Okay, here's Scorn out of package, and I think he looks fantastic. I mean, he's supposed to be a Spinosaurus, and that comes across very well in this figure. He's nice and red. Kind of dig the red color for him. Let's talk about articulation here. He doesn't have any tail articulation, and in fact he has very limited, but kind of cool. His mouth opens and closes, which is a big downside of the Voyager Grimlock. It has a gimmick, this one doesn't. He has some cool head articulation though. He's got some really nice neck articulation. The only problem with this neck articulation is this little waddle part, but you can fold it up underneath the jaw if you want. Kind of hides it, but it's supposed to be down and like that. So that's the only downside to that. He has very limited leg articulation in this mode, kind of back and forth, and that's it. But again, he's a dinosaur. He's not supposed to have a lot of articulation in this mode. And his arms, they're long enough that he can bring them together and plot to do evil. Oh, I'm evil. He's not. He's a Autobot. Very simple beast mode, dinosaur mode. Awesome dinosaur mode, I think. And like Grimlock, you can see him better in his. Their eyes are crazy. I hope that's explained in the movie, or maybe not explained, but I hope we get some backstory on these guys and they don't just show up and start doing their thing. So I'm going to transform him. Again, not showing that on the review. And once he's in robot mode, I'll be back to show you him. Okay, well here is Scorn transformed. He has a lance for one arm. He does have one hand. The instructions say, though, that his bottom jaw, no, I can't get it open, of course, it's supposed to be back there like that when it's transformed. I don't like the big hole it leaves right there in his forearm. I don't see a problem with leaving it like that. Jaw closed, hole's gone. still has his hand, and still has the pulsability. He has the skirt kind of like Grimlock. On his legs kind of look like medieval boots. I mean, the whole scheme of these guys look like they are wearing armor. And let's see if I can get a good zoom in of his helmet. I like his face. His face looks like a bucket helmet. And there's the visor, that blue metallic plastic for the eyes. I love it. Again, pulsability. His head goes back and forth, a little up and down, or it goes all the way up. Not a big deal for me. Wrists, shoulder, arms go. He's got that neck joint becomes a shoulder joint in that arm. No articulation in that wrist. Same articulation in the other arm, sort of, but it's like a lance. It's like a lance to, fight people with. Legs, knee, weird knee, kind of a thigh, a little bit of swivel. He does have a bit of a gimmick when you transform him. When you twist his waist, his head pops up. But it's when you transform him, they have you put this piece up, which locks the waist movement. If you drop it down, he's kind of got a little bit of one-way waist movement. I personally do. I know some people talk about how, like, well, why take away the waist movement? I personally can do without that waist movement. It's no big deal for me that these guys don't have waist movement. The big thing about these guys, these Dinobots, is I'm digging the whole medieval knight vibe. The other cool thing about Scorn is in his tail he hides a sword that can then go into that hand. With the range on the legs, you can get some cool poses. So there's Scorn. And let's throw Grimlock in there so you can kind of get a size comparison when they're together. And see, even though the Voyager on the Dino modes are similar sizes, when they transform, Grimlock is so much bigger, which he should be. So the Voyager or Grimlock is, I think, what I'm going with. Scorn, solid figure. Grimlock is a cool figure, but I think right now Scorn's probably my favorite out of the set that I have. I really do dig Grimlock though. Hoping to have Slug shortly. Now I'll review for him up as soon as I get him. So this has been Cobra Wars, and I appreciate you watching my videos. Please subscribe.